Welcome back, everyone. Can you hear the mockingbird? So pretty. He comes around every spring and he hangs out for at least a month or two. But I didn't realize it was a mockingbird until one time he landed in the tree right in the yard, like above my head, and started going through his whole song, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's one bird. But yeah, all those bird noises right there, not the chicken noises, but all that was one bird. So cool. So I'm going to do a quick look at the flower beds because the irises are blooming or finishing up blooming, and I wanted to capture what they look like. So here is the bed over by the chicken coop. I don't have any irises in here, but the blooms are starting. The dahlias, I have 2 dahlias in here coming up. Both I think are yellow. I have a foxglove that is going to bloom. Lavender looks really good. I trimmed up on that some and kind of just let some of it grow over and cover the old stuff. Put some new baby lavender plants in. We'll see how they take off. There are some sunflowers, but I'm dealing with the same bugs on the sunflowers eating the leaves when they come up. Got some caladiums in there. Potted up some flowers for the chickens to have something pretty to look at. The salvia is coming into bloom. This plant looks glorious. The bachelor button, that one's almost done actually. Wrapping up, but still got some additional buds on it. More salvia. I think these are supposed to be an iris. They're looking really good. Hens and chick look happy in their boots. Iris is here. These ones I don't think get enough sun, but I like the texture, so they shall stay. Go through the chicken door. And then hostas are up in this one. Foxgloves are sending up some blooms. And here are the irises. See if I can step in here and catch them from an angle so they're not so drowned out by the sun. There's some beautiful white ones. And some of these prune and yellow colored ones. And then some purple. I have lots of purple. Lots of purple. Oh, other exciting news. The strawberries are ripening. And they taste absolutely delicious. I'll probably start dealing with a bunch of pests here shortly, so I'm enjoying them while I can. Yes. Here's more of the purple. I really like this purple and white one. Beautiful. Beautiful. And we'll head over to the other garden after I steal a strawberry snack. If I can find one that's ripe enough. You are going to be ripe enough, my friend. Here is the L garden. This one has a whole mixture. So I've got salvia, I've got the irises, I've got the lupins, phlox that is still working on getting established, peonies, still waiting, more salvia, the beautiful lupins, more caladiums, and some of the winter sowing Rebecca planted here. So gorgeous. I also have some coleus plants tucked in there to add some red. Once they take off, they will fill up. They'll get big. You'll be able to see them without having to come right up on the bed. Lupins. This golden spirea still looks good, so fingers crossed. But this bed looks beautiful. It's amazing to me. This was an empty bed. We made this in 2020. It's 2022 now. This was totally empty. The majority of the plants, besides the phlox and the salvia, and then the peonies, everything else I got from a plant swap up here. And I've just filled up the bed and slowly moved stuff around as I've needed to. And it's just so nice to have an opportunity like that I can fill the bed with beautiful flowers. And it doesn't cost me anything, and I'm able to build community with other people that love to garden. Such a nice experience. This bed is one of my favorites this time of year, especially now that the lupin plants are coming up on their 3rd year and they're really well established, and the deer didn't go after them so bad this year, thank goodness. Tuck some coleus in here, but look at all of the lupins. Just glorious. I love how they add so much height to the bed and just really fill it up. My monster spiderwort bush is taking over. I love it. The lupins there's a lot of color variety in that section, which I really like. So I've got some of these really light ones. And then the indigo purple, and then the regular purple. That just happens by variety. I did not plant different colors. This is a winebark. That looks really good. It's starting to get its flower clusters on it. Another monster spiderwort plant. My hydrangea's coming in good down there. I've got foxglove coming. This plant still flowered even after its hack-whack job that it got this last summer, where we really trimmed it down. You almost can't even tell. We should be able to actually shapely trim it this year and it'll look much better. Sundrops are going crazy down here. Got my peony caged up. Irises, Siberian irises, I believe that's what they're called. Those are getting ready to bloom. I've got these irises here. More phlox. My Russian sage plant's coming back really well. More irises, more lupins. Another spiderwort plant, some chives. This is bee balm and that golden glow girl, or whatever it's called. Again, that was something I got at a plant swap, and I don't know that, I think it was identified with what they called it, so I'm not sure what the right name is. But that'll take off next year, and when these irises finish out, that'll take up a lot of the bed. There is some sage planted in here, and I think some gomphrena. We'll see if that takes off. The happy hens and chicks. That is a black-eyed Susan. Some sedum. Shasta daisies. And back around to the lupins. They all look good. And then moved around some hostas. I got some Brunna. That's Jack of Diamonds Brunna. That coleus I don't think is happy. It gets a lot more sun there than I realized. So it keeps getting crunchy leaves. The astilbe is starting to blossom. And all of these look really good. So, some more coleus. That one's a lot happier. Minnie Mouse hostas. More hosta with some iris mixed in. Those hostas are monstrous. There is a lungwort plant over there, but that plant is, both of those plants are monstrous. They probably could be divided. They just never look that big in the spring. Another Brunera. More coleus and hosta. And that's everything. So, hope you enjoyed a quick look at the flower beds.